last concept I kind of want to bring into you guys is that when somebody has opened your guard and they've started standing up, this is one of, in my opinion, it's one of the most fragile places for me to be in, right? Because he's got way more potential for him to like start passing me, to start maybe going for an attack. He could, if he were just to go for my heel right now, he could set the straight ankle lock from there, just put his foot on my hip and drop straight down, right? So he has that ability from the very get-go. So I want to be very cognizant of once he stands up, and remember, if he just stands up and I don't have anything but my feet on his hips, you know, I don't have any control here. He could just run away backwards and come back in, right? Just like that. Yeah, absolutely. So what I want, if I can't reach with my hands, I want to get at least 1 foot in. I might end up going into a De La Riva, right? And so now the De La Riva is kind of a push and a pull. I'm gonna hold on to the ankle here, and so if he wanted to come in on top of me, my shin's blocking him. If he wanted to like really step away and run away from me, nope. So, you know, De La Riva, a lot of times it's going to be like this. I'm gonna stretch him out. If he tries to do a big back step, I have the ability to bring this foot in to stop him from backstepping and attacking that leg. Because if you wanted to, if you do a big back step right there, and then just drop down into a knee bar position. Right? Here, I'll show it. Alright. So, Jet's down, and he's starting to set up that De La Riva. Right? So he gets here. I can just come here, drop down, and now I've got a knee bar I can attack from. Super, super simple attack right there. And you can also go straight into the breaking sticks from there as well. So I do need to be mindful of that. And if it feels like he's going to do that, and maybe I don't have the control for him to kind of prevent him from doing that, maybe I'm going to come up into this position. Now from here, you know, if I want to defend, I can use this leg that I'm sitting on, and I can lift his heel up, and now I'm in a high single leg situation, right? So I need to adapt to whatever he does. So if I'm in this De La Riva position and you're like me and I'm shit at De La Riva, right? I have no idea what to do from here. I would much rather come up to here and start to move around. There are things I can do there from there much easier. For me, when somebody stands up in my guard, the one that I tend to go to the most is going to be the X guard. And so when we do the X guard, remember, I want to have my top leg with my foot pointed back. And then I'm going to grab his ankle and stretch him out, right? So from here, I can just start to tilt him backwards, and he's going to fall onto his butt. Now, if Jet were to set up that X guard, and this is the thing that I saw Jean-Jacques Machado teaching, right? Just go and grab that. Is that once he gets into this position, what Jean-Jacques does is he actually grabs a hold of this wrist and then sits himself down before he has an ability to get swept. Now, just now, if you can see, he let go of that ankle, which some people will do from here, which is great for me. So I'll just technical rise out, and now I have the upper hand, right? The other thing is the reason why I have this here, if he tried to start just coming up, there's a triangle here, right? But Jet's kind of picking up on this a little bit. Go ahead and move over that way. So when somebody's going to be, you know, potentially passing your X guard here, the thing that Jet wants to do is he wants to keep this turned down, right? So he wants to keep that heavy so I can't get that leg free. Even if I have this grip and I wanted to set up the triangle, you know, I can't do that because this leg is still trapped. So let's go ahead and switch positions here really quick. All right. So the key to a good X guard, by the way, is to stretch somebody out. You want to have them really strong here. Now, if he were to fall forward, then I'm going to take his back, right? I can also pass his leg over, pass, and take his back. But if Jet were to sit backwards, and sitting backwards is totally, you'll get your points in a tournament if you did that. So, or I would get the points because I would have technically have swept him even if he did it on his own accord. So just puts his butt on the ground, right? And he's going to grab this arm here, right? So the reason why he wants to have this arm is so that if I let go of this, and I let go of this so I can step out to tentacle rise, there is nothing preventing him from going into a triangle here, right? Nothing at all. I've got one arm in, one arm out, and he just hips up and throws his legs over. So that is one threat that's going to happen to me. Let me turn this way a little bit. So, knowing that, I still have this leg. He can't technical rise as long as I have this leg. I have my heel hooked up, toes down, so that he can't, start to do much with that. I still have control there. I do have to let go of that if I'm going to technical rise out. So one thing that I could do here is I could bring this arm over the top. If he has that wrist, okay, maybe I don't want to do that. But if I can get his leg here or pin it with my head, I can bring my arm over the top of that leg. So now I've got that hook here. I could just start coming up here, right? Because I'm using this inside staple and I'm controlling this leg, right? So I'm not going to technical rise back because he still has some level of control. I'm not going to just climb up on, pull this out to climb up on him. He's going to triangle me. So I've got this grip. I switched to an overhand grip so that now, I put my foot on the hips. Maybe I come reach up here. Now I'm using my chest to block that leg. I can underhook that leg to kill his hips for when I start to pull this out. And then I take a good side control from there. So that's kind of the thing is and I know we're going the other way, so if somebody's, oh no, this is still the same thing. So somebody's trying to pass your X guard. Yeah, he took some steps that put me in a less great position and limited my options by taking back, just sitting back like that and holding onto my arm and having a plan for when I'm going to do that technical rise. But I can actually still continue to counter that by turning my leg down, make sure I've got a strong hook on that leg, have a good strong hook on this leg so that I'm killing both legs, and then I can just come over to side control. Rather than getting greedy and coming up to mount, as some people might try to do, side control is much easier to get to in this particular case. Sound good? All right, guys. See you next time.